At Minnesota, they have everything from a Heisman to a Nagurski in their rich legacy. And today in Minneapolis, the Golden Gophers hope to add another memorable chapter. And the Golden Gophers will kick it away first. Bringing it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Badgers offense will get the first possession of the game. When Minnesota and Wisconsin get together, not much more satisfying than reaching around, grabbing that axe handle, and taking a swing at the goalpost. That's the stakes today, guys.
Yeah, and a lot of stakes, a lot of emotion. These guys don't like each other. Listen, the Gophers and the Badgers are built the same. They're the same identity. It's toughness. It's running the football. Who can establish that in this football game?
And to me, it doesn't matter if you're a fan of either of these two schools. If you just love college football, what makes it great, it's the rivalry games, right? This is the most played rivalry in the FBS. Paul Bunyan's axe. This game is always so much fun to watch.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. A ton of classic finishes in this storied rivalry. Wisconsin won a tight game a year ago.
And that means so much to the fan base. It doesn't matter what the score was, but winning Paul Bunyan's axe. You might score 6 points. Their fans have been smiling, they've been laughing, they've been celebrating for 365 days, and they want to do it for a whole nother year.
No doubt. And listen, in rivalry games, I know it sounds stupid, but you can't throw out the record because the emotion runs deep. People remember this year after year. Who won the Paul Bunyan axe? This will be a big day to try to regain that axe again.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Line getting set on second down. Off the play fake. Getting some heat. A strike downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
That's a good-looking throw, and I know when we talk Wisconsin offense, we're always talking about running backs, but they've seen their fair share of QBs too. Darren Bevel back in my day, Scott Tolzien had some success, and then, of course, Russell Wilson also. This guy right now in this game, he needs to get himself into a rhythm, and if he gets there, he's dangerous.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The lone back's got it. Plows through the defense. They get him down. Tough run. Picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. Coming after him. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. And the Badgers are threatening on 1st and goal. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. 2nd and goal for this offense. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. Just steamrolling the defense. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Minnesota's offense will take the field for the first time. These two dudes who both come off the edge can wreck an offensive day, Jesse.
Man, these quarterbacks better have an internal clock working today. If you hold on to the football, you are getting sacked.
Yeah, best athletes on the field are defensive linemen, and when you got guys like this that can get after the quarterback, points will be at a premium.
This axe means so much to both Minnesota and Wisconsin. But, Jesse, my question is, have you ever used an axe?
Improperly, and I almost chopped off my ankle once upon a time. You know, in Canada, we have to use axes quite often. We have fireplaces and it gets very cold. But not like this axe right here. None as valuable or as important to thousands and thousands and thousands of people the way the Paul Bunyan's axe is.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Looking for a man. It's Cox. Looking deep down the right side. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown, Minnesota! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Well, he's just running straight down the field. The thing you got to look at there is the velocity on the throw by the quarterback. He didn't lob it. He got it to him quickly, put it on his body. He was able to make the catch and then run it in for a touchdown.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the...
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. These old rivals have gone at it for a long time, first meeting way back in 1890. It is the most played rivalry at the highest level of college football.
Yeah, you're right, Reese. And even though this game hasn't always had national championship implications or Heisman Trophy implications necessarily, this game defines what's so great about college football. It's the rivalries, right? You don't have to be necessarily a fan of either of these two schools, but appreciating the history, I think, is what makes this game so unique.
Yeah, and the trophy games are so fun, just to watch the teams react at the end. And they know, starting this game off, one of them is...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Badgers will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's right in your face.
Looking for a man. It's Cox. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. The offense starts with a short field. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
One of the things I love about this big running back is that there doesn't need to be a hole for the play to be successful. This guy can plow into the line of scrimmage, push the pile, drive his legs, generate yards to help your offense.
We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Turning to the running game on first and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Inside the 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall when the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick-6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Looking to go up top on first down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
And they get him down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, the defense is going to sit back in zone. You know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Time to take a shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages. As this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive, they've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Pulls and fired complete. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. On first down, here comes this offense. Out of the gun, they give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They tried to get the defense going the wrong way with the counter, but nothing doing.
Aggressive defense, attacking defense. You want to hit them with those counters, but it wasn't successful in this play. Defensive line, linebackers, everybody's dialed in. They see what's going on. They diagnose it, go downhill, hit them right in the middle of the field.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? They'll put the tight end in motion. He'll keep it himself. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. He's going to pass. Got his man quickly. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. That last completion sets him up on second down. Looking to throw, it's Cox. They're working that left side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. He'll come out throwing on first down. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And the Badgers getting set on 1st and 10. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Makes the catch and a huge play on the left side. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Badger.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much...
Oh, and it's picked off, threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers, go jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll go to the ground. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. The Badgers will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. He'll pull it down. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in the scrum.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Makes the grab on the left. At the 45 on his way. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Going up top on first down. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
QB overthrowing an open guy like that, that is just a kick in the gut for this team.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Throws for the tight end. Another incompletion on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter either. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Back to throw, it's Cox. He's got his man. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Gets behind those pads, picks up 4 on the play, but it's still a fourth down and 3. And the Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
and just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll run the option. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
He's got him this time. A big, explosive play by this offense, and if you want to control the fourth quarter, might as well go in with momentum like that. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Badger! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Dropping back, it's Cox. Got him downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They try to pop a run on the draw. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. It's a draw. Still on his feet at the 45. And stampeding through the defense. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the back. Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Moving away from pressure. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And they take it in for 6 more points. They thought maybe they could contain him. They thought wrong.
They did, and don't call him a quarterback anymore. Just call these guys skill players. I mean, he's so fast, you can tell the angle's just getting chewed up. You think you got a chance to catch him. Tell you what, put that in your back pocket. Understand, that guy can fly. I got to make sure I take the proper angles when I'm chasing him.
We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his spot. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He looks that one in nicely. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. After the short completion, it's now second down. He's looking to throw. He fires a bullet to the right. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety.
Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34. Time for the offense to try to put together a fourth-quarter drive to break a tie. They'll run it from the gun. At the 45, on its way. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Right back to the well. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ballgame. Now on second down. The give to the back. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Touchdown, Minnesota! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score is tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Fires to the middle. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You can tell the quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Tight end finds a soft spot. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock, and it will be your friend. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. There is nothing greater than a rivalry game unless you lose it.